has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down gets him a yard to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Kaepernick going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give, running left is Harris. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Bell.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Flush to his right. Rumbling past the 30. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure. On 1st down, this is Forsett. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2nd down at 5.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Complete to Forsett. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
on the give. This is Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Taron Johnson brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And some room to maneuver. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Mixing score, Steelers 14, Bills 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Forsett. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
And he finds Forsett. And he's got room. A big gain there for the Bills.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Now a draw play for Sam. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Bills have come back to regain the lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kaepernick.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A gain of 14 brings up 2nd and 1.
Kaepernick to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator's.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen rolling to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
56.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Barker. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down at the 28.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Allen now on first down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
At the Steelers' 12-yard line.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch the slant.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Check 31. Check 31. Kill. Hey, switch gears.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 9. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Forsett. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Allen's throw is complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Underneath, he hits Forsett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early, so that'll back him up 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Alert! Switch it. Yeah, switch it.
Done. Right now, boys. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get out.
Allen to throw once more. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. On the
the ground for Seth. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
That's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Brings up second and 7 at the 28.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. They'll run again with Harris. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 33. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Come on now.
Patrick Ricard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Steelers 42, Bills 29.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aldon Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big